this place are making an impact already. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And when you start the series on the road, obviously, you'd love to win 2 games. But coming out of there with no worse than a split is what you're really kind of hoping to accomplish. So now, they come home, they've taken back home field advantage, and they can feed on this crowd, hopefully, to give them a big leg up in this series.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Chicago Cubs.
Quickly now, we'll look at the 2 guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. With that, here's a look at Terry Francona's Tribe starting 9. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, guys, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Kyle Hendricks gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, remember, he will show that cutter just to keep the hitter off balance and basically to keep the hitter honest. Doesn't want him sitting on certain pitches.
And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, when you talk about one of the most athletic shortstops in all of the game, Addison Russell comes to mind. He's got a great throwing arm and possesses awesome range. Can go either direction. And besides that, he carries with him some very soft hands. Just a joy to watch.
Number 41.
Carlos Santana started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And to be on the beach in Hawaii tonight. 43 degrees at first pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Ready on 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, look at Bryant. He goes to first. It's in time.
No way.
That was awesome. Well, you know, this is where it pays to be light on your feet down there at third base. You see how he starts low, so it's basically just a step and a dive along the ground. He's able to flag this one down, collect himself, and then make a good, strong throw to first to get his man.
Jason Kipnis will get his first opportunity here, and if you go by the numbers, it's been a disappointing start to this World Series for him so far.
Yeah, he really hasn't gotten on track, and I think you have to give some of that credit to good pitching. But he's really been a bit of a non-factor so far. Still time for him to turn it around, though.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Sent on the ground out to second. There's Baez. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor will come forward now, and as you see by the numbers, he's off to a hot start here in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, and you know some guys just love being on that big stage, and he's been a big part of this ball club all season long, so it's no surprise to me that he swung a hot bat when it matters the most.
Very weakly on the ground. Gonna be a tough play. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And now time to check how Joe Maddon has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. And he's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
Josh Tomlin will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Remember, Matty, he throws both a four-seamer and a cutter. That four-seamer will just ride through the zone. That cutter will dart a little bit. Makes it real tough for the hitters.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Dexter Fowler will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Flipped out the other way toward short. But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Second, third baseman.
Yeah, and anytime you can get a guy like this to hit a ball like that, well, you know you've won the battle out there on the mound, and that was a good pitch.
Stepping in, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Under it is the center fielder. 2 down.
Batting third.
And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the paths these two teams took to get to this Game 3 of the World Series. Anthony Rizzo gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Ben Zobrist will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Hit in the air to shallow center. Here's the center fielder. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. After 1, no score. Mike Napoli makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Hit on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Well, and that's exactly what you want to do right there. Get yourself another ground ball, and that's a good way to start the second as he gets the easy ground out.
Striding into the box, Jose Ramirez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Hard liner towards short and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. Hot shot towards the hole. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
And these guys know that if you're going to get to a pitcher like this, you got to get to him early. But once he settles in, he can be really tough. But they've got two on against him now and only one out.
Coming to the plate now, Roberto Perez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Ripped down the first base line. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. No score here as we play inning number two. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number two.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you still got one more guy to get through here in the inning. But now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Number 30 will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch to first. Rizzo is there, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Number 40 steps in now.
For the Cubs, catcher, number 40.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Batting 6.
You see here on Show Track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
In is Jorge Soler. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
Yeah, you've got a cold night. The ball won't be carrying as well, so you can afford to take a few more chances in the strike zone and challenge some guys. In that case, up in the strike zone.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. In the air now, out to right field. Chisenhall is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 7, second baseman, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Josh Tomlin set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Just missing here, 2-0.
It's one thing to go 2-0 on a guy, but it's another to do it to a pitcher, and still another to do it to an American League pitcher. You've got to throw a strike right here.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. He sure seems to be sticking with the off-speed stuff here.
And I'm not quite sure why he's doing that. This guy's not a huge threat, even when he's sitting on dead red.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
And he misses with it, ball 4. And a terrible start to the inning as he's walked the pitcher leading things off.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Carlos Santana will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Yeah, he did hit it hard, but I'll tell you, as a hitter, you want to get down to first base. Nice swing, the attaboys, that doesn't go a long way.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Good change of speeds, but he lays off 2-1.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
To 2-2 now.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Nobody out, runner on first. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
That's 2 walks now here in this third inning. I mean, it seems like he's having a hard time picking up the catcher right now.
Jason Kipnis stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
First pitch of the at-bat. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
First and second here with nobody out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. Fowler will get it in quickly, and that holds the runner at third base.
Well, I think you have to say that his problems here are completely self-induced. Back-to-back walks started this inning. Now you give up a base hit, and that loads the bases. And things are starting to snowball on him big time.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He'll come to the plate with it. They get the force at the plate. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Well, that's pretty fortunate there on the mound. This thing's right back at him, so it's just a simple pitch and catch. He starts the 1-2-3 double play. That was easy.
Here's Mike Napoli now, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. Third inning, no score to this point. Tap foul at home plate. 1-1. Here it comes. Here's a high pop-up. Rizzo is there for it. And that's the third out. A couple of walks, but no damage. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Addison Russell digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Addison Russell.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike one. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Little dribbler down the line. Barehanded on the hop to first. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
You wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this as a single and an error.
Kyle Hendricks comes forward, and we'll see how they play it here. The sacrifice may be in order with nobody out.
Well, in my opinion, if it's anybody else in the order, let him swing. But you're talking about a pitcher. Make sure he gets the ball down, move the guy to third base, and go to work.
Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one. And he'll try and get his man to third here as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Well, I really like this call here, even early in the game, because you make sure you get that guy over to third base, and it gives you a good shot to get on the board first.
Dexter Fowler stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And, Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with one gone. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
A pause and the 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there, and that's going to keep that runner anchored over there at third base. So they may wind up not getting that first run across after all.
Now to the plate, Chris Bryant. He flew out in his last at-bat. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
One and two, here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's one way to get yourself on the scoreboard for the first time. They always say, get that runner home any way you can. And, well, this counts. It'll be scored an infield single and an RBI.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Just keeping an eye on him.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And, oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Three and one. Here it is. And the count will be full. Two out with the man at first. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Ben Zobrist stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. Kipnis has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. Game 3 moves forward to the 4th inning now. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Jose Ramirez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Grounded down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And he misses with it. 1-1. Lifted in the air out to right. And he reaches up to track this one down for the first out, and he had to go a long way to get to that ball. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And both of these guys living right about the same speed, 92 for one starter, 89 for the other. Into the box, Lonnie Chisenhall. He reached on a single in his first try. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Why not? I'd go right back there, too. Throw that same pitch and see if you get that call again, but not in the cards this time.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Soler on the move, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Roberto Perez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Down the third baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. One there, not in time.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
Can't quite get the out after an impressive snag.
Boy, and that's just a tough turn at second as they go around the horn. Now, he's got to hang in there because he knows he's going to get upended. And in the end, they wind up getting just the force on the lead runner.
Stepping in now, number 30. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw will go to Russell covering at second, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Tribe. They still trail 1-0. Number 40 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Catcher, number 40.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Hard to believe he let that one go. I mean, that was right on a platter for him.
And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there, up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1.
That was quite a nice little battle as we check out the sequence of pitches here. It was a 6-pitch at bat, and as you watch this, you'll see that he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He was able to keep the at-bat alive by fighting off a couple of tough 2-strike pitches, but in the end, finally put away on that pitch right there, 1-2.
In is Jorge Soler. Hit in the air out to center field. Number 30 is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
Javier Baez comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Center fielder on the run. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Josh Tomlin will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless so
far. First pitch on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2.
Yeah, give him one pitch to try and get himself out, but now I'd be surprised if this is anything other than a fastball.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Calling for it, Soler. And that's the first out of the inning.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Settling in now, Carlos Santana. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat, hitting left-handed.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. little bouncer, but it gets foul. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
2 quick outs in the inning. This hitter's job is to work the count, get on base, and give his middle-of-the-order hitters a chance in this inning.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Nope. 3-0.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
And he gets the call there, 3-1. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. 2 out, nobody on. Kipnis takes, and this pitch misses for ball 4. It's a free pass.
Yeah, even though he walks him here, that's not really a terrible pitch. I don't think it's a strike, but it's definitely a pitch you'll get a lot of guys to wave at. Sometimes it's okay to keep trying to get guys to chase on 3 and 2.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Soler is there, and that retires the side. Indians leave 1. They trail this one 1-0. Addison Russell comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
The shortstop, Addison Russell.
Lays off 1-0. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That's wide, 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 now to start the inning. You don't want to set this up for him so that the pitcher gets a sacrifice opportunity.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a 1-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
The pitcher, Kyle Hendricks, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one. One out and a runner on second base. Squared that one up just a little late. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking to keep this a one-run game. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Yeah, he essentially tripled up there. That means he threw the same pitch 1, 2, 3 times in a row. You don't see that very often, but it's going to work out for him as he gets the strikeout.
Chris Bryant steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set. Here it comes. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball one. Here comes the 1-0. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
And this one's over at the knees. 2-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And the pitch on 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And the recovery will not be in time as he's into third on the passed ball.
Just a four-seam fastball that time. Nothing too out of the ordinary. It just sort of looked like it got on him just a little bit quicker than he expected. And they're going to hit him with a pass ball for that one. That's called laziness.
And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound. And this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Anthony Rizzo digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
Nope.
And there's ball 1. the 1-1 delivery. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple, but they're up 1-0. Mike Napoli will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And that's dead center for strike one.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
Jose Ramirez will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
This one's skied out toward right. And quickly 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lonnie Chisenhall. He drew a walk his first time up. We'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers. But he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. I mean, his mechanics have called the cab and left the ballpark.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
With 2-away, you're just looking to get on base somehow, especially when this guy hasn't given you anything so far. So, at the very least, make him work out of the stretch and throw a few more pitches here.
Roberto Perez will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Baez fields it cleanly, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. It remains 1-0. Ben Zobrist will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Up for that man right there. Only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
The good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits. Both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Number 40 will be the batter. 0 for 2 thus far. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Now the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. And that misses 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Jorge Soler will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line driver right back up the middle.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Oh, 0-2, here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Santana has a beat on it, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Number 30 will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And now the Cubs bullpen up. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
Ready with the 3-0 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
You know, when you're holding on to a slim lead, you just can't walk the leadoff guy. I mean, those are the ones that really come back to haunt you. So he's really going to need to work towards getting a ground ball here.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Maddon. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Hector Rondon will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Hector Rondon.
And a pinch hitter may be next as Coco Crisp has moved out into the on-deck circle now. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
A runner at first with no outs here. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Rondon pauses, 1-1 on its way. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Nobody out, runner on first. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll get back in safely.
Simple throw over there.
The 2-2 pitch. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
That's a big strikeout here with that tying run still at first. And now you're basically a ground ball away from getting out of this.
Carlos Santana stands in, trying to change his evil ways here. Hitless in the ball game so far.
Oh, I see what you did there, Matty. That's nice. No way you just came up with that on your own.
First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Too high. 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
That is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jason Kipnis. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
First offering on its way. Pitch out. Nothing doing. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Pulled high in the air out to right field. After it is Soler. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Indians lead 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Brian Shaw will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Brian Shaw.
Javier Baez will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far.
Second baseman, Javier Baez.
Too high, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Grounded to third. Ramirez comes up with it. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
You talk about a throw eating a guy up at first. Look at how he lets his ball plant. Instead of going out to get the ball, he lets it get too deep. And at that point, it's hard to get those hands into a high enough position, and he can't make the play.
Here's Addison Russell. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Just foul. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
The pitcher, number 56.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Chris Coghlan will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. This is pulled into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
This is a tough play for a right fielder at night because this ball's hit pretty hard. So it's going to stay in those lights the whole way out there. But he's able to hang with it and put it away.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
And this has been his problem all night long. He just keeps going after pitches that he should be watching.
A runner on first with 2 away. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
I think he's set up for that changeup again, Steve. Don't you?
I was thinking the same thing.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. 2 out with the man at first. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1 and 2 pitch. Looped out towards short. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Cubs 1 and the Indians nothing. Pedro Strop will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
Leading off the inning, Francisco Lindor, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
Mike Napoli will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And this is fouled straight back. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And Napoli can't connect there as that's by him for strike 2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, If he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison, and both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Jose Ramirez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
And that's a big 90 feet in a 1-run game. He took a little bit of a chance, but that great speed makes it pay off.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Fowler, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. The tying run is in to score from second. It's 1-1, and he'll make it to third base safely with only 1 out as the go-ahead run.
Sometimes as a pitcher, as soon as you throw a pitch, you know you're in trouble. He gives up the base hit and also gives up the lead.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand
Nigger.
and they roll the dice
Right
with the
in
squeeze,
the
and he gets it
motherfucking
down.
pussy.
So they get the out at first, but the run will
Rub that
score on
peanut
the
butter
suicide
on your
squeeze.
clit too.
My goodness, are you serious? You're deep into a ball game, you're all tied up, and your manager rolls the dice big time and makes it pay off. How about a suicide squeeze to take the lead? You talk about firing up a dugout. What a call.
C.J. Edwards.
Still tied 0-0.
Ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Who the fuck was Skyrim? There's no search bar anymore?
Stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game
No.
so far.
No.
And it looks like the Cubs will
No.
get a left-hander up and working out of
No.
bullpen.
Thank you.
In there, strike 1.
Oh, so there's no... Okay. Just gonna close that. Open it back up. Thank you.
And here's
Open
a
up
swing and a
to
miss as he
Yatub.
falls behind 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch.
DK5
Short.
online.
And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired.
Online
So 2
PS4.
runs on just 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and no one left on base.
Let's see
Not
how
too many
this
more
batting
shots
is
left.
faster.
Home half of the 8th coming up. Cleveland's out in front, 2-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here.
So I got something.
Before this video starts, I would like to say that I'm hosting a brand new giveaway. We're giving away a few Mega
Trevor Bauer is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
And batting in the 7th spot, number 47, Trevor Bauer. Now pitching and batting in the 9th spot, number 10.
Leading off the inning, Chris Bryant. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Within this video, let me show you how to make millions that will apply the line. This method is great to do with your friends, and it is extremely fun as well. Or just have some variety while playing the game. This how to make money in GT5 Online tutorial.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
Check out my channel for a ton of other money-making methods as well. With this one, you will also want to compare the balls.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seat.
As this is not delay, that is what we want. But if you are going to do a video,
and tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now. Grounded to short. And taken in out there for the first out.
First baseman, number 44,
Anthony Rizzo will step in. A ground-out victim as last time. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Bauer into his motion. Here's the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Hit hard but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again.
Less restrictions are also in place. Just make sure you own at least one vehicle in the currently active.
Now another 1-2.
That means
bounce to the right. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Well, with 2 strikes, you've got to protect up there, even on a curveball that's a borderline strike. But he could only manage to get this one off the end of his bat, and it winds up being a simple little ground out.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. He pulls this one into right, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Yeah, tying runs on base now with 2 outs, and who knows? If this next guy can put one in the gap, we could have ourselves a tie ball game.
Number 40 to try and turn it around. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts thus far.
Yeah, he's definitely been scuffling so far in this one, and you've got to have a short memory in this sport, guys, or else games like this will eat at you for weeks.
Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And this one's in the dirt. And he is safe at second, and the wild pitch here could prove costly with 2 away.
Well, that certainly changes things. Now with 2 outs, that runner can move up 90 feet. So all of a sudden, a simple single could be enough to tie this thing up.
Trying to hold the lead. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
2 out here and a runner at second. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the 9th now in game 3. The Indians on top, 2-1. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Aroldis Chapman will come on now and try to keep this deficit from getting worse.
Aroldis Chapman.
Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far.
Center fielder, number 30.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
And it's quickly 0-2. And strike 3 called on a fastball that looked inside from here, but that's out number 1.
Here you can see the catcher setting up deep inside, and sometimes you can fool the umpire a little bit. That pitch is actually not in the strike zone, but it's right dead center on the catcher's glove, and the man in blue rings him up.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Zobrist giving chase. He can't get there as it falls in. The throw into second. And he is in there.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Here's Carlos Santana now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
Chapman sets. Here it is on 1-0. Ooh, and he finds his spot there, 1-1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Here it comes on 1-1. Bounce to first. Rizzo is there. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
So coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him the pitch that he likes.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Bryant is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for the Tribe. They lead it 2-1. Andrew Miller is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 24, Andrew Miller.
Striding in to start the ninth, Jorge Soler, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
You don't think there's a little adrenaline flowing out there right now?
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
The 0-2 delivery. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. Now the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Here's Javier Baez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Up top, it's 2-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
2-0 count, and the pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2.
Now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
1 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
Here's Addison Russell, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Two out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here.
And you can tell by the way these guys are swinging. They're just not picking the ball up very well. A lot of late swings. Pitches are getting on these guys quick.
Now a ball lined to the left side. Hooking just fouled by a matter of inches that time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And boy, if there's one thing you don't want to do when you're an out away from sewing up the ball game, this is it. Now you put the tying run on base, so all it'll take is a ball in the gap to even this thing up.
Number 5 will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Line toward the gap in left center. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Boy, are we set up now for an exciting finish to this one? With their lives on the line here, comes up with a clutch 2-out single. And that's going to put the tying run in scoring position at second. And don't forget now, it also puts the possible winning run on at first base.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time with it.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Deep breath time out there on the mound now. And this crowd, well, they're definitely making things tough on him out there.
Two big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
And now, whatever pitch he feels most comfortable with, that's the pitch he needs to throw right here, because he cannot afford to put this one out of the strike zone.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. On the ground up the middle. Kipnis is there.
Hey, any way you can keep this game alive, you've got to take it. You know, it's just an infield single, but at least to keep that line moving up for one more hitter.
Jason Hayward will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 22, Jason Hayward.
Chris Bryant will stand in now, and suddenly the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Yeah, this sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? But when you've got a guy reeling out there like he really doesn't know what hit him, boy, it's time to put the pedal down.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Yeah, you know, when a pitcher gets into a little bit of a jam out there, you can bet he's going with his best stuff. So we may see a heavy dose of that slider right now.
2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
He's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Struck him out, so a great job of working out of certain danger as he strands the possible tying and winning runs on base, and the ball game is over.
Well, you might want to call this one winning ugly. They allowed the tying run to get to third and the winning run to reach second base. But in the end, they hang on for dear life to close this one down.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award. But what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you. And he came on to slam the door shut.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 2-1. Good night from Chicago.